Welcome to all. In this video, we will see about factors influencing micropropagation through in vitro plant tissue culture technique. In general, 5 major factors plays major role in affecting the success rate of micropropagation. The first one is nutrition media, second one is plant characters, third one is type of explants, and fourth one is environmental factors, and last one is contamination. Nutrition. The nutrition should be appropriate concentration and should be optimized for plant to plant and explant to explant and different types of regeneration techniques. Generally, inorganic salts are supplemented to provide the macro, micro and minor elements. The macronutrients are added at millimolar concentrations, micronutrients added at micromolar concentrations, and minor elements or trace elements added at ppm levels. The growth regulators plays major role in the success rate of in vitro micropropagation. Among the regulators, two key components, cytokinins and auxins, plays major role. The examples of cytokinins are IBA and other components, and auxins are added to the tissue culture medium to trigger the root induction. 2,4-D indolactic acid are examples for auxins. And the agents such as picloram and 2,4-D, TDZ, CPPA are added to trigger the somatic embryogenesis process in the explants. Correct proportion of carbon source is necessary for the successful regeneration of the explant. Generally, sucrose is added, which can maintain both carbon supplier as well as osmotic regulating agents. And the next category is organic additives. Certain kinds of rare plants need certain kind of growth regulators which are not yet precisely defined in inorganic tissue culture mechanisms. Those supplements are compensated by addition of organic additives such as coconut waters and organic juices, etc. And the physical form and pH of the nutrient media plays major role in successful regeneration and effective multiplication during micropropagation. And the last one is contamination. The contamination during the preparation of nutrient media will severely affect the plant growth. So proper sterilization after mixing the appropriate concentration of these nutrient and carbon source organic additives is necessary, and mostly sterile media are used for the in vitro plant tissue culture techniques. And the second character is plant types. So in general, the type of the plant respond differentially to the in vitro micropropagation techniques. Mostly cereals are thought as recalcitrant plants which are poor responders for the micropropagation techniques. And second one is within the plant, the genotype variation will influence the micropropagation success rate. Certain varieties respond well and some other varieties are not responding well, and growth conditions which plays major role in the success rate of micropropagation, and age of the plant from where explant selection also plays major role. In general, the early flowering stage is suitable for anther-culture explant collections than old age plants. And mostly the hybrids are respond well for micropropagation in the case of haploid cell production and doubled haploid making. And the next duration of the plant also influence the success rate of micropropagation. For example, the perennial crops will take long time for the production of propagules, whereas short duration plants will give the propagules in a shorter period of time. And the third factor is explant. So the type of explant is important for the success rate of micropropagation. Different types are used: shoot tips, leaves, meristems, anthers and nucellus. For example, the nucellus is used in mango for the micropropagation techniques. So selection of appropriate explant is the key for the success rate or increased success rate in micropropagation. And the next one is physiological conditions of the explants. So the explants collected during starvation period or respond differentially during micropropagation. And age of the plant from which explant collection also influence the micropropagation techniques, and some cases the explant subjected to pre-treatment that will affect the multiplication rate in micropropagation. For production of virus free plants, explant subjected to thermotherapy and chemotherapy, the success rate will be decreased. And the source of explant from where collected also plays major role in micropropagation. If the explant is obtained from in vitro germinated or in vitro grown plants, they are responding well than the explant collected from the field and the greenhouse. And the last one is pre-treatment. Certain explants, for example, the anthers require cold pre-treatment in case of maize for successful production of haploid plants. Then we go for double haploid plants. And fourth factor is environmental factors. The geographical location, either performing in tropical and temperate regions, will also influence the success rate of micropropagation. And the light plays major role. So we have to provide sufficient amount of light in the primary growth room. Next one is temperature. Generally they respond well in 25 degrees Celsius, and it may vary for some other specific type of plants. And the gas exchange within the plant growth culture vials also necessary, and maintaining the pH of the nutrient medium is also plays major role. Generally plants efficiently uptake the nutrients at pH 5.8 to 6. And culture room location also plays major role. The culture room should be in a calm place and it's free from the contamination with dust and other particles. And the last factor influencing the micropropagation is contamination. Generally bacteria species such as Pseudomonas, E. coli, Proteus, Micrococcus, Streptococcus, Staphylococcus, Bacillus cereus, Bacillus subtilis, and Corynebacterium, Salmonella are frequently observed in the tissue culture contaminated mediums. And next one is fungus. Aspergillus, penicillin, yeast are most common contaminants present in the tissue culture contaminant vials. In addition, such virus or virions comes along with the explants, and that may decrease the quality of propagules produced through micropropagation techniques. So it is necessary we have to perform virus indexing and make sure the explant is free from any virus. To prevent contamination, we have to follow strict aseptic techniques and always wear gloves and all the personal protective equipments, and we have to do all the operations under laminar hood chamber for the inoculation, sterilization, etc. Thank you.